All right. Unidos, jamás será vencidos. Unidos, jamás será vencidos. Okay, good morning, everyone. Buenos días. ¿Cómo está, mi gente? Quite a day. Qué buen día, no? There may be rain, it may be gray, but here we have the fire in the city council because we are here today on a big day. Good morning, everyone. I'm New York City Council member Shekhar Krishnan, representing Jackson Heights and Elmhurst, Queens. That's right. And we are so proud as a city council to stand here today and send a message loud and clear that with Speaker Adrian Adams' leadership, we in the city council will stand up for workers. We in the city council will stand up for street vendors. And we are here to send a message loud and clear that Mayor Adams, you have picked a fight that you will not win.
That's right. That's right.
Our city council overwhelmingly passed these three pieces of legislation today. One, to end criminalization of street vendors in New York City. Intro 47B. We've also passed with Council Members Sandy Nurse and Council Member Jennifer Gutierrez 1135A and 1133A, two bills to raise the minimum wage for grocery store workers in this city, to stand with workers and vendors against corporate greed and profit.
Right.
But those bills were vetoed by Mayor Adams. Boo! Despite the fact that we all worked together with his administration to get the bills to a final place and vote on them. That's right. But today, we will send the message loud and clear that where Mayor Adams has failed workers, where Mayor Adams has failed immigrant New Yorkers in this city, this city council, under Speaker Adams' leadership, will defend them. And we will override these vetoes today. So I am so proud to bring up our fearless leader and champion of our New York City Council, Speaker Adrian Adams.
Thank you, sir. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Fighting the righteous fight this morning. I am New York City Council Speaker Adrian Adams, and I do have the honor of leading our historically diverse women majority city council and the men that get it. And I definitely want to thank my colleagues who are here today. Lead sponsors of these bills, Council Member Shekhar Krishnan, Council Member Sandy Nurse.
Yeah.
All of my colleagues who are here today, Councilmember Rita Joseph, Councilmember Pierina Sanchez, Carmen de la Rosa, Shahana Hanif. I also thank all of the advocates, workers, and our partners from Los Deliveristas Unidos, Street Vendor Project, and so many others who are here today as we stand united in defending hardworking New Yorkers from the mayor's harmful vetoes. Workers are the backbone of our city. Whether it is our delivery workers who provide convenience for New Yorkers in all types of weather like today, or New Yorkers trying to make a living as street vendors, the labor of working people must be valued and protected from exploitation and the extreme anti-working class agenda of the Trump administration. Call it out for what it is.
That's right.
That's why we're here today, to indicate that we will override the mayor's vetoes of three critical bills that would protect safety and opportunity for working New Yorkers. These are bills that Mayor Adams' own administration recommended, supported, and tirelessly worked with this council to pass. How baffling is today? I don't know about you, but I don't know why we're here today. about to enact an override on legislation that was worked on collaboratively with this mayoral administration. The mayor discarded the work of his own staff and inexplicably vetoed them. Mayor Adams has claimed that he wanted to promote a sustainable delivery sector for our city, but the two grocery delivery bills are part of those efforts. They simply extend the same minimum pay standards and workplace protections that food delivery workers currently enjoy to workers for grocery delivery apps that have been a growing segment of this delivery industry. The laws that apply to food delivery workers have raised workers' wages, and the city's own data shows that they did not meaningfully increase food prices for customers. All while businesses for these delivery apps have only continued to grow. They are experiencing record high consumer spending in the first quarter of this year. What is wrong with this picture? So let's be clear. There is no sustainable delivery sector for our city without workers being paid a fair, sustainable wage instead of being exploited. The mayor's vetoes demonstrate that he prioritizes taking action to fuel greater corporate profits at the expense of workers in our city who continue to be exploited. Working class people are already being attacked and squeezed by the Trump administration. They can't afford and shouldn't be forced to struggle because of Mayor Adams abandoning them for his own political interests. The third veto we are overriding today was a bill recommended by the Street Vendor Advisory Board, which was made up of advocates for small businesses, real estate, and street vendors, as well as city agencies. This bill simply makes street vending enforcement more rational by removing excessive criminal penalties and maintaining violations, civil enforcements, and fines. With the vast majority of street vendors being immigrants and 80% of criminal enforcement disproportionately being borne by Black and Latino New Yorkers, this bill is essential to keeping our communities safe from the Trump administration's attacks and protecting their access to opportunity from a lifelong criminal record. Enforcement of street vending rules will continue, but unnecessary criminalization that blocks access to education, jobs, and housing can threaten immigration status. That ends now. It undermines public safety if we close the doors of opportunity for New Yorkers. There is no New York without our workers and our entrepreneurs. It is our responsibility as government to ensure they can lead lives with dignity, opportunity, and safety. Time and time again, this mayor is showing us he is not governing for the people of this city, but our city council will always step up to protect New Yorkers and put their interests first. I want to repeat once again, because the misinformation is out there. There will still be civil penalties, but these penalties will not block access to education, to jobs and housing that can threaten immigration status. That is what this bill is all about. I'm so proud to support these bills, and I look forward to overriding the mayor's senseless, harmful vetoes today. Let's get this done. I also want to recognize Councilmember Jennifer Gutierrez.
Let's give it up for Speaker Adams. All right. Now, we stand here today sending this message loud and clear because of a number of organizations with us today who have been fighting this fight for so long. And before we name them, I just want to get us fired up with one chant. When I say vendor, you say power. Power. Vendor. Power. Vendor. Power. Vendor. Power. All right. Now I want to thank. I know. Wake up, he's still waking up here. Still locked in. I want to thank the organizations that have really helped us shape these bills and these fights. As the speaker said before, the Street Vendor Project, Workers' Justice Project, New York Immigration Coalition, Council on American Islamic Relations, Arab American Association of New York, Voces Ciudadanas, Make the Road New York, Riders Alliance, and Open Plans. And we've got more council members joining us too. Councilmember Gail Brewer, Councilmember Tiffany Caban, Councilmember Carmen De La Rosa. All right. Now, I want to talk briefly about our vendor bill today and how we are overriding the mayor's veto. We know that our street vendors are our smallest businesses in New York City. And there is no doubt that we need a comprehensive system for street vending in New York. But the first step is to remove this distraction, this harmful distraction of criminalizing street vendors. Because nobody, I repeat, nobody should face jail time and the immigration consequences that could come with that simply for selling food to support their families. We are seeing now Donald Trump adding 10,000 ICE agents to the federal government payroll. We are hearing talk about the National Guard coming to New York City, and we are seeing and hearing the horrific stories coming out of 26 Federal Plaza. In this moment, we cannot be subjecting immigrant New Yorkers, and I want to point out 96% of street vendors are immigrants. We cannot be subjecting immigrant New Yorkers to jail time and to drastic immigration consequences. This legislation was the unanimous recommendation of Mayor Adams' own city agencies, including the NYPD. We passed it overwhelmingly in the city council, but again, we are here today having to override it. But we in this council will stand with street vendors, we will stand with immigrant New Yorkers, and we will stand against the mayor's, yet again, another attempt to collaborate and advance the anti-immigration agenda of Donald Trump. Brevemente en español, mi nombre es Shaker Krishnan, soy el concejal de Jackson Heights y Elmhurst, y aquí estamos porque sabemos nosotros que los vendedores ambulantes son los negocios más pequeños por toda la ciudad. Y necesitamos un sistema comprensivo para vendedores ambulantes. Pero el primer paso, el paso más importante, es ponerle fin a esta práctica brutal de criminalizar a los vendedores. Vamos a ponerle fin a esta práctica porque nadie debe enfrentar la cárcel y las consecuencias de inmigración simplemente para vender comida, solo para apoyar a su familia, solo para sobrevivir. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you all so much. Now I'm going to call up to talk about another very important bill for workers that we are overriding the mayor's veto on today. I want to call up Councilmember Jennifer Gutierrez.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilmember Christian. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much to all of y'all. Let's clap it up. Thank you. We love seeing you at City Hall. We're sorry that you have to come once again to override this, but we are cementing these protections into law today, y'all. So it's a good reason to be here. Of course, I want to thank all my colleagues, our awesome speaker, my awesome sisters in this fight, fighting for worker protections. I'm the proud sponsor of Bill 1133, which is part of a package along with Councilmember Nurse. And what we were doing here was not radical. It was simply saying in 2021, bills were passed to expand protections and bring pay equity to all delivery workers. But what it did was it excluded a number of these third-party apps. You know, and since then, it feels like a new delivery app is kind of coming onto the streets every single day. And what we did here at the city council was say we need to bring equity to this. It is not okay for a single worker to have to work 2, 3, 4 delivery apps to make a minimum wage. It is not okay that we have workers delivering the same items to the same neighborhoods, making different amounts of money, not being able to really understand what they're going to bring home that week for their family. And what we did was novel. We listened to y'all. We listened to workers. We listened to these delivery workers, women, men, all across the city, immigrants who said, we would love to make the same amount of money for the same amount of work. And we said, we are with you. So this package of bills, yes, brings pay equity, and Councilmember Nurse will talk about that, but it also includes the protections that delivery workers working for DoorDash and Grubhub were awarded back in 2021. So we hope that while the mayor really turned his back on workers this time, that you all won't, that you all know that we are in your corner and that we've got your backs. And in a world where a worker can make minimum wage, imagine that. You can make minimum wage for doing this dignified work, for keeping us alive and nourished during the pandemic, and for raising our communities. So I'm really grateful for this coalition. Hopefully in a few hours we can put this behind us and really put these delivery apps, hold them accountable. I also just want to shout out DCWP. They have been working tirelessly with us, the commissioner, the whole team. And it's unfortunate that their mayor is opposing them at this point, is working against them, but we are working with y'all, and that's what you can continue to expect from this city council. So thank you. Y en español, porque Shaker lo dijo en español, a mí también me toca ahora. Mentiras, es con mucho gusto. Pero solamente les quiero decirles muchas gracias otra vez a todos los vendedores, a todos los trabajadores que día tras día trabajan en nuestras comunidades, nos ofrecen la comida, están criando a nuestros hijos y que se aparecen acá. Yo sé que muchos de ustedes ahora no están trabajando porque están acá, abogando por sus derechos. Siempre cuenten con el Consejo Municipal, que nuestra intención es para protegerles a ustedes, independiente de cualquier estatus que tenga. Sabemos y los valoramos y sabemos que ese trabajo es algo digno, y aunque este alcalde no lo reconozca, su Consejo Municipal sí lo va a reconocer. Así que muchas gracias a todos ustedes. And keep clapping, because we're going to bring up Council Member Sandy Nurse.
Thank you, dear.
Sí se puede, sí se puede, sí se puede, sí se puede.
All right, y'all. Look at this beautiful coalition. Let's give it up for y'all. Good afternoon, y'all. I'm so glad to be here with you on this veto override day, as the speaker just said. Look, it's very, very clear what side we are on and what side the mayor is on. We are here with the people. We are here with the workers who deliver every day for this city. And he's with the billionaires and the millionaires, standing in the way of you all just trying to earn a living. Instacart has spent a lot of money to try to lie to you all. They have spent a fortune on lobbyists, TV ads, digital ads. This is a $13 billion company. Last year, their CEO made $40 million. These are people who live in a different universe than you and I. Where they lay their head at night and where we lay our head at night might as well be on a different planet. So today we are standing with you. We are standing with the workers. We are going to override this veto, and we are going to send a very clear message to these corporate giants that you cannot buy our government, that you will not nickel and dime these workers, and that we are going to stand with you every step of the way and have your back. So I'm keeping it short because it looks like it's about to pour. I don't know who's next in line, but I just want to say thank you all to the workers who are standing up. We rely on you. We know that when food shows up at our door, it doesn't just happen by magic. We know that on the other end of that app is hardworking people, somebody's livelihood on the line, someone who's trying to put food on their table and just get by. And we know this, and we have your back. The council is with you. So thank you to my colleagues. Also, shout out to the Progressive Caucus, who has championed this. Also, Councilmember Alexa Aviles, Councilmember Chris Banks, thank you for being here. We appreciate you all. Next up, we're going to introduce Workers' Justice Project. All right. All I have is that. I don't have a name.
Don't be shy. No, there's no name. Don't be shy. Por favor, preséntese que no nos dieron los nombres.
Thank you. Hola, buenos días. Mi nombre es David Dimas y soy trabajador de entregas. Trabajo para Instacart. He vivido en la ciudad de Nueva York por 8 años y llevo 3 años haciendo deliveries y compras. Durante este último para Instacart. Como miles de otros trabajadores dependo de este trabajo para sobrevivir. Pero a pesar de trabajar largas horas, muchas veces gano menos que el salario mínimo. Hay días que después de pasar todo el día entregando o haciendo compras para otros, no tengo ni para comer. No tengo para pagar mi gasolina, seguros, reparar mi transporte con el que trabajo y pues prácticamente no me queda más nada. Así que es imposible llegar a fin de mes. Esta es la realidad diaria para quienes hacemos entregas de supermercado. Instacart muchas veces nos paga entre $7 y $8 por un pedido que puedes tardar 1 hora entre que aceptas la orden y completarla. Hacer filas para hacer el pago, el tráfico y finalmente pues finalizar la orden. La verdad es que nuestra supervivencia depende en gran parte de las propinas, si no es que de ella. Y esto no es digno, no es justo. Instacart y otras compañías de aplicaciones dicen que defienden nuestra flexibilidad. ¿Pero qué flexibilidad? Muchos trabajadores ni siquiera pueden conseguir horas de trabajo. Lo único que están defendiendo es su ganancia. Gastan millones de dólares en pelear contra leyes que nos darían un salario justo en lugar de simplemente pagarnos lo que merecemos. No nos engañan, la flexibilidad nunca debe costarnos el sueldo, la seguridad ni la supervivencia de nuestras familias. Todos los días arriesgamos la vida en el tráfico, en el frío, en el calor, cargando bolsas pesadas, subiendo escaleras. Y después de todo esto, la aplicación todavía puede castigarnos o simplemente desactivar nuestras cuentas sin darnos explicación alguna, quitándonos nuestro ingreso de un día para otro. Para ellos solo somos números en su algoritmo, pero nosotros sabemos lo que valemos, somos seres humanos, somos trabajadores y somos esenciales para esta ciudad. Por eso hoy estoy aquí para exigir 2 cosas. Un salario mínimo digno para los trabajadores, para todos los trabajadores de entregas de supermercado. Protecciones contra desactivaciones injustas a través de la Intro 1332. Estas leyes significan estabilidad, dignidad y seguridad para decenas de miles de trabajadores como yo. Significan poder planear el futuro, alimentar a nuestras familias y vivir con respeto por el trabajo que hacemos. Nuestros concejales, líderes como Sandy Nurse y Jen Gutiérrez están de nuestro lado. Y seguiremos luchando junto a ellos para asegurar que los trabajadores seamos protegidos y valorados en esta ciudad. Instacart quiere silenciarnos, pero hoy levanto mi voz no solo por mí, sino por los 20,000 trabajadores de Instacart en la ciudad de Nueva York. Merecemos algo mejor y no vamos a parar hasta ganar. Gracias.
So my name is Luis Cortez. I'm the organizer with the Worker Justice Project. I'm going to translate for David. My name is David Limas, and I'm an Instacart delivery worker. I have lived in New York for 8 years, and I have been doing delivery work for 3. The past year, I've worked with Instacart. Like thousands of other workers, I depend on this job to survive. But despite working long hours, many times I earn less than minimum wage. There are days when after spending the whole day delivering food for others, I don't even have enough to feed myself. Between paying for gas, bike repairs, or insurance, there is almost nothing left. It is impossible to make ends meet this way. This is the daily reality for grocery delivery workers. Instacart often pay us only $7 or $8 for an order that can take nearly an hour to complete. Shopping, waiting in lines, dealing with traffic, and finally delivering the bags. The truth is, our survival depends largely on tips. That is not dignity, that is not justice. Instacart and other app companies say they are defending our flexibility. But what flexibility? Many workers can even get enough hours of work. The only thing they are defending is their profit. They spend millions of dollars fighting against laws that could give us a fair wage, instead of simply paying us what we deserve. We're not fooled. Flexibility should never come at the cost of our pay. our safety, or our family's survival. Every day we risk our lives in traffic, in the cold, in the heat, carrying heavy bags and climbing stairs. And after all that, the app can still punish us with unfair deactivations, taking away our work from one day to the next. To them, we're just numbers in the algorithm. But we know our worth. We are human beings, we are workers, and we are essential to this city. That is why I'm here today to demand two things: a dignified minimum wage for all grocery delivery workers, and protection against unfair deactivation through Intro 1332. These laws mean stability, dignity, and safety for tens of thousands of workers like me. They mean being able to plan for the future, feed our families, and live with respect for the work we do. Our council members, leaders like Sandy Nurse and Jennifer Gutierrez, are on our side, and we will keep fighting alongside them to make sure workers are protected and valued in this city. Instacart wants to silence us, but today I raise my voice but not just for myself, but for the 20,000 Instacart workers in New York. We deserve better, and we will not stop until we win. Thank you very much.
All right, next up we have... we have two?
One, Antonio.
Okay, sure, go ahead. Next up we have Antonio Solis.
Hola, hola, que se escuche la fuerza trabajadora, hombre. Sí se puede. Buenos días a todos. No los escuchamos, trabajadores, hombre. Sí se puede, carajo. Sí se puede, hombre. Ok, buenos días a todos. Gracias por venir. Gracias a Street Vendors, a los concejales que siempre están con nosotros, apoyándonos en las buenas, en las peores y en las muy malas. Aquí estamos. Mi nombre es Antonio Solís. Soy líder de los Deliveristas Unidos y miembro del proyecto de justicia laboral. Estoy aquí porque sé lo que significa ganarse la vida en la calle, peleando bajo la lluvia, con las manos entumidas por el frío o empapado de sudor en el intenso calor de verano. Desde el 2019 he trabajado como repartidor y conozco de primera mano lo duro y riesgoso que es trabajar en las calles. Por eso defiendo con todo mi corazón los proyectos de ley Intro 1135 e Intro 1133 que extenderán el salario mínimo a los compañeros que hacen entregas de supermercados. ¡Bien! ¡Sí se puede! Instacart y otras corporaciones han defendido muchas mentiras sobre el salario mínimo, pero ya estoy aquí para decir la verdad. Tengo un salario mínimo que cambia vidas. Antes de esta ley vivíamos de incertidumbre, trabajando largas horas y aún así no alcanzaba para pagar la renta, los gastos, etcétera, etcétera. Todo esto cambia en el 2023, cuando se implementó el salario mínimo para los deliveristas de comida. Por primera vez sentí seguridad digna y reconocimiento. Yo era para sobrevivir, podía planear, podía respirar, podía llegar el fin de mes. Y no quiero dejar algo claro: los trabajadores de entrega de supermercados merecen exactamente lo mismo. Ellos cargan bolsas pesadas, recorren las mismas calles, enfrentan los mismos riesgos y muchos casos como menos apoyo. La mayoría de los trabajadores son inmigrantes, trabajadores de bajos ingresos, neoyorquinos negros y latinos que dependen de este ingreso para vivir. No hay razón para negarle la justicia que ya hemos conquistado la comida preparada. Esto no es solo un tema de salarios, es un tema de dignidad, de justicia y reconocer que nadie debería arriesgar su vida y su salud para ganar menos de lo que necesita para vivir. El veto del alcalde, ¡bú! ¡Bú! Es un retroceso, un golpe a miles de familias trabajadoras. Y de este lado de quienes mueven esta ciudad, han decidido ponerse del lado de las corporaciones tecnológicas que ganan billones de dólares mensualmente, diariamente, con el sudor de nosotros, de los trabajadores, que nos partimos el lomo afuera en la calle y no es justo que no podamos ganar un salario mínimo y que estas corporaciones tengan que invertir su dinero en abogados, darle dinero al alcalde y no a los trabajadores que son los que hacen millonario a las compañías. Son los trabajadores que están aquí atrás, que están allá afuera ahora mismo haciendo entregas con la lluvia y se parten todo el día para trabajar y ganar lo mínimo. Muchas gracias.
United, we never be defeated. Good morning. My name is Silu Baldi, organizer from Working Justice Project. I'm going to translate for Antonio Solis. Good morning. My name is Antonio Solis. I'm a deliverista and organizing leader of Los Deliverista Unidos and member of Working Justice Project. I'm here because I know what it means to earn a living on the street, pedaling in the rain with my hands numb from cold, drenched in sweat during the summer heat. Since 2019, I have worked as a delivery worker, and I know firsthand how hard, dangerous, and invisible this work can be. That is why I wholeheartedly support bills intro 1135 and intro 1133, which could extend the minimum wage to our fellow supermarket delivery worker. Instacart and other corporations have spread many lies about the minimum wage, but I'm here to tell the truth. Having a minimum wage changed life. Before this law, we lived in instantly. I worked long hours, and still it wasn't enough to pay the rent or cover my family basic expenses. Every day felt like a gambling. Would I make enough today to get by? It was frustrating and painful to feel that my effort, my service to this city means nothing to those who were getting rich of our labor. All of that changed in 2023 when the minimum wage for food delivery workers was implemented. For the first time, I felt security, dignity, and recognition. It was no longer just about surviving. I could plan, I could breathe, I could make it to the end of the month. And today, I want to make something clear. Supermarket delivery workers deserve exactly the same. They carry heavy loads, travel the same street, face the same risk, and in many cases, receive even less support. Most are immigrant, low-income workers, Black and Latino, New York, who depend on this income to live. There is no reason to deny them the justice that they already transformed my life. This is not only a question of wages, it's about dignity, about justice, about recognizing that no one should have to risk their life and health to earn less than what they need to survive. The mayor's veto is not a step backward, a blow of thousands of worker families. We don't know what this agenda is, but it's clear that he is not on the side of the workers who keep this city running. He has chosen to side with wealthy tech corporations instead of with the workers who sustain New York City every single day. That is why today I stand with the City Council demanding that this anti-democratic veto be overturned. It is the time to restore bills 1133 and 1135 because our fight is just, because our dignity is not negotiable. No one step back. The struggle continues. Thank you.
Power! 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 All right, thank you so much to our deliveristas, and I also want to recognize our New York Taxi Workers Alliance is here too. Let's give it up for our drivers. I'm sorry I had to run in, but it was for our committee vote on these bills, which we passed unanimously. So now it moves to the floor. Now I want to call up from the Street Vendor Project. Our speakers are Chuan Yang Long, a general merchandise vendor in Flushing, Queens, and Demi Guo, our Chinese member organizer at Street Vendor Project, who will do the translation. Come on up. And also want to acknowledge Councilmember Lincoln Ressler, who's joined us as well.
好，谢谢啊。首先谢谢我们的支持我们的议员啊。你来说一句，翻译一句嘛。
He'd like to thank everyone for being here, and he'd like to thank all of our council members who have supported us throughout this entire thing.
好，我来自法拉盛，大家都叫我阿龙。
I come from Flushing. Everyone calls me Along.
对，最近2个月，我们法拉盛的小贩就是过得非常惨的，就是从上次那个市长去那个法拉盛拉选票以后，他看见小贩，然后影响他拉选票了，就回来以后就抓得很严的。
Our few months here as street vendors in Flushing have truly been not great. For example, when Eric Adams came to campaign in Flushing, when he saw us, ever since then, our lives have just gotten that much harder.
现在就是我们小贩这2个月就是勉勉强强，就是可能赚的够买面包的吧，够吃饭的，几乎就是说赚不到钱了，被他们管得太严了。
As street vendors, we're just trying to put food on the table, get some money, get that bread, literally get that bread. And everything, it's just gotten that much harder.
其实你说小贩对不对？500年前，印第安人，你给我个香蕉，我给你个苹果，他们就是最早的小贩形式。
So if you think about it, on this land, the indigenous peoples 500 years ago made it that simple as well. If you think about it, the street vending started as early as then on this land. It was as simple as I give you an apple, you give me a banana. That's it.
小贩是最早形成我们伟大的美国这么大的经济体，也是从小贩从最初的慢慢的贸易发展起来的。
就是美国的。
对。
So if you think about it, the fabric of American society as it is now, how our economy has been growing and growing and growing, it all started from as simple as street vending.
所以说你就像这一个花园一样，大的公司像一棵大树，我们小贩就像下面的小草一样。你说光让大树生长没有小草，那这个园子也不漂亮了。
Think of the large companies as trees and us as the grass that grows beneath. If all we're caring about is letting the trees grow and not letting the grass its own space to grow as well, then that doesn't really make a good-looking garden.
Yeah. 我们小贩靠自己的力量养活自己的小孩子，有老人，对吧？要交电话费，要生活，要交房租，靠自己的力量，不去干一些违法的事，不去偷，也不去抢，这本身就是对社会最大的贡献。
We as street vendors, if you really think about it, we're just trying to take care of our families, pay the bills like anyone else. We are only relying on our own abilities to live our day-to-day lives. That's it. There's nothing beyond that. We're not stealing. We're not hurting anyone. We are part of this society.
如果你把小贩这么庞大的群体、弱势群体、最低层的群体打压下去，他们没有吃的，没有最基本的生活保障，没有地方住，本身就是对大家的一种威胁，本身就会对社会造成不安定的因素。
We are the most vulnerable in society. So when you come after us, when you take away our presence on the streets, our ability to take care of ourselves, that is a threat to the rest of society.
这个小贩其实全世界都有的，你看看啊，全世界每个国家每个角落都有小贩的，从古至今，是吧？还是全世界 都有小贩的，都会给小贩一条活路。
There are street vendors all over the world. If you think about it, even going back to ancient times, we have always relied on this as a means to take care of ourselves and take care of the people around us.
他们用自己的双手劳动，卖给大家提供更好的商品、更实惠的商品。这种社会也需要他们。
They're using their own two hands to provide people with things that the rest of society needs, the most basic human needs.
美国是伟大的，是自由的，是民主的，是包容的，可以容纳很多事情。所以说，希望能给我们小贩一条活路，让大家都有饭吃。谢谢。
America is it's a democratic country. It's where we have freedom, and we have to make sure that we take care of each other. We make sure that our needs are provided for. Thank you.
谢谢大家。Thank you. 谢谢你们。谢谢。Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you to the Street Vendor Project. And just being conscious of time, we want to just recognize all the members who are here standing with us too. Councilmember Peter Sanchez, Councilmember Tiffany Caban, Councilmember Lincoln Ressler, all who have been such staunch allies and supporters of this legislation from the beginning, especially Councilmember Peter Sanchez. And we look forward to our continued work together on the legislation, the package of bills as they advance. I did want to pause here for a moment and open it up to media if there are any questions for any of the bills that we have.
Okay, the way this is going to work, you're going to raise your hand if you have a question, and then I'm going to call on you. You're going to say your name.